Meiko Satomura bids. Farewell, a legacy of strength, respect, and dedication. On April 29, 2025, inside the iconic Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan, Meiko Satomura, the final boss of women's wrestling, officially stepped out of the ring for the last time. After a legendary 30-year career that spanned continents, generations, and eras of professional wrestling, Satomura delivered a powerful and emotional farewell that left fans, colleagues, and critics alike in awe. Satomura's retirement was more than the conclusion of an in-ring career. It was the end of an era. Known for her hard-hitting style, stoic demeanor, and unwavering work ethic, Satomura inspired countless wrestlers, particularly in Japan and the UK, where she mentored emerging talent while competing at the highest level well into her 40s. As fans rose in standing ovation at Korakuen Hall, many of them longtime supporters who had followed her since her debut in 1995, Satomura addressed the crowd with humility and grace. Her final words, simple yet profound, captured the essence of her legacy. "Thank you to everyone who came to watch my retirement match today," she said. "I am truly happy to have stepped down from the ring surrounded by so many people I have met over the past 30 years. I will devote my life to making the new era of professional wrestling even more amazing. Thank you very much." That moment, etched into the hearts of her fans, spoke volumes about her character. Even in her farewell, Satomura was focused not on herself, but on the future of professional wrestling and the people she helped bring into it. The final match. While many wrestling retirements are framed around spectacle, Satomura's final bout was marked by spirit and respect. She wrestled with fire and pride, showcasing the same fierce style that had defined her career. Her last match was not just a performance, it was a message to the next generation. Never stop pushing, never stop fighting. She didn't seek a dramatic send-off or flashy farewell. Instead, she offered fans a reminder of what had made her so beloved: her authenticity, consistency, and integrity. A career defined by global impact, Meiko Satomura began her journey at the age of 15, debuting for Gaia Japan in 1995. From there, she rose through the ranks of Japanese wrestling, becoming a mainstay in Joshi Puroresu and earning recognition as one of the toughest competitors in the industry. Her influence, however, extended far beyond Japan. In 2018, she gained worldwide attention when she competed in WWE's Mae Young Classic, reaching the semifinals. Later, she would go on to become the NXT UK Women's Champion, further cementing her global influence and demonstrating that age was no barrier to excellence. In every promotion she worked with Sendai Girls, Chikara, WWE, Progress, and countless others. She elevated not only herself, but also her opponents. Her presence demanded respect. Her matches were not just fights. They were lessons in storytelling, emotion, and resilience. Her vision for the future. Following the match, Satomura expanded on her vision moving forward. While she may have retired from in-ring competition, her journey is far from over. "As of today, I will no longer be a pro wrestler, but I would like to dream more and more with all of you," she told the crowd. "I think that it is not actually my juniors who will lead Sendai Girls from now on, but myself who needs to work harder. So from tomorrow I will be Satomura again, dedicating my life to pro wrestling." This declaration was a striking reminder that Meiko Satomura is not leaving the wrestling world. She's merely transitioning into a new phase. Her dedication to mentoring the next generation of talent continues, and her leadership at Sendai Girls Pro Wrestling remains vital to the growth of women's wrestling in Japan and beyond. Fitting goodbye, Satomura's final bow in Korakuen Hall was not soaked in tears or dramatic theatrics. It was dignified, strong, and filled with gratitude, just like the woman herself. She left on her own terms, with her legacy intact and her influence stronger than ever. In a world where professional wrestling often focuses on big personalities and brash statements, Meiko Satomura stood as a quiet storm. Her power came from precision. Her legacy comes from example. As she continues her journey outside the ropes, Satomura remains a pillar in the industry, a mentor, a visionary, and a symbol of everything great about professional wrestling. Her final words were not a goodbye, but a promise. From tomorrow, I will be Satomura again, so please continue to support me. And without a doubt, the world will. The crowd stood as Vince McMahon took the mic. It wasn't WrestleMania. It wasn't Monday Night Raw. There were no pyrotechnics, no booming theme music. Just silence and a single spotlight on the man who had built a global empire from nothing but ambition and grit. Vince walked slowly to the center of the ring, older, grayer, and thinner than the audience remembered. There was no swagger tonight, no exaggerated strut, no character. Just Vince. He looked around the arena, eyes scanning the faces, fans, friends, wrestlers, legends. Some smiled. Others looked on in stunned reverence. For once, no one knew what to expect. The microphone trembled slightly in his hand as he raised it. I've stood in this ring as a villain, a tyrant, a madman, and sometimes a genius, depending on who you ask. A ripple of nervous laughter traveled through the arena. But tonight, no character, no persona, just truth. He paused. You could hear someone sniffle in the front row. I spent my life building this brick by brick, body by body, story by story. Some of you grew up with this. Some of you gave your bodies for this. And some of you, hell, you bled for it. He swallowed hard. People used to ask me what my role was in all of this. I wasn't just the boss. I wasn't just the promoter. I was the architect. I didn't just draw crowds. I built the house we all perform in. He looked to the corner of the ring, where the Undertaker stood in full gear, silently nodding. Triple H and Stephanie stood at the ramp. Behind them, current champions, old legends, production crew, and even longtime ring announcers like Howard Finkel, immortalized in tribute, stood quietly. Was I ruthless? Yes. Was I controversial? Absolutely. But everything I did, every risk, every feud, every leap, I did it for that feeling, that moment. The pop, the gasp, the magic. He looked down, his voice dropping. I've made mistakes. God knows I've made enemies. But even now, standing here in front of you all, I wouldn't take a damn thing back. Even Vince choked back tears. This was personal. You gave me your trust for decades. You let me entertain you. You let me challenge you, and in return, I gave you my life. The crowd remained silent. Not out of indifference, but reverence. They knew this wasn't just a promo. This was goodbye. There's a new generation now. Better, faster, smarter, and that's how it should be. I may have written the first chapters, but they'll finish the story. He turned toward the back, toward the curtain he had walked through thousands of times. When the lights go down and the last bell rings, all that's left is the legacy. Not just mine, but ours. Then one final breath. He raised the mic one last time. Tell them Vince McMahon didn't go quietly. I left the arena the same way I entered it, unapologetic, unpredictable, and still swinging. He dropped the mic. The lights dimmed. The Titantron faded to black. And the crowd, young and old, rose in unison for one final standing ovation.